Hi, my name is Solveig Comer, and I'm introducing a lesson I've designed for fourth grade students called Texture Tiles. I was inspired to focus on textured ceramic tiles because I have a lot of experience working with clay, and I love that functional ceramics give us the opportunity to feel artwork with our hands. Art is often about looking and observing with our eyes, but the tactile nature of clay excites me in a way that viewing a painting can never match. I chose to design this lesson with fourth graders in mind because I know that being able to arrange data in an organized way is part of the math curriculum for that grade. We often think of art as being an escape from organization and record keeping, but a little data collection in the art world can go a long way in improving our skills and understanding of art. And students will be recording observations of their own creative experiments, making tiles and adding texture to them. As part of the students' experimentation, they will be comparing hard and soft clays and how they respond differently when we use different tools to impress texture into them. Students will be using a wide assortment of objects to create texture on their tiles. They can be using traditional clay tools, clay stamps, rubber stamps, lace, paper, leaves, shoes, Legos, anything. I chose to sort my objects into the three categories of soft, medium, and hard. As a teacher, it's important that I match my students' understanding and the words they use to describe things with the vocabulary of the art world that I'm sharing with them. Talking while we work is a way to continually support that vocabulary. I need to learn their language and be able to translate back and forth between student jargon and art terms. Educator and philosopher Paulo Freire explained in The Banking Concept of Education that students aren't empty repositories for whatever teachers want to put in their minds. New information has to be connected to what students already know and how they already understand the world. Freire stated, projecting an absolute ignorance onto others negates education and knowledge as processes of inquiry. That's what this lesson is about, inquiry. The premise of the lesson is that students are conducting an experiment. As with any experiment, we need to collect our data in an organized way. But in addition to being organized in our work, there is ample room for creativity. Students have a large variety of objects to choose from as they create their tiles. In addition, they select how to arrange the impressions they make on their tiles. Do they want a single stamp, a minimalist arrangement, or do they want the whole space to be filled, horror vacui style? As they experiment with different textures and compositions, openness to their choices is required. True learning happens in dialogic situations. The teacher needs to be open to learning from the student's explorations. As Freire said, the teacher is no longer merely the one who teaches, but one who is himself taught in dialogue with the students, who in turn, while being taught, also teach. At the conclusion of the lesson, students are required to place their tiles in the appropriate location for drying, clearly labeled with their names. Students participate in the cleanup, which is essential for safety and for maintaining the integrity of the tools and materials we work with. The working session concludes with a brief discussion in which students can share their observations. This dialogue between the whole class provides students with an opportunity for deeper understanding and offers teachers a means to evaluate students' understanding. The process for finishing these tiles will be bisque firing, applying underglaze and wiping it off, and finally applying a clear glaze over the whole tile. I wouldn't recommend that students in fourth grade be involved in loading and firing the kiln, but they should be given an explanation of the process. It's unfortunate that ceramic work requires lengthy drying and firing times, and it can be weeks before students have their finished work. The benefit of this is that our actual finished work will be a surprise, and we can have fun making predictions about how our finished work will turn out, how it will look, and how it will feel. Texture tiles are a way for students to explore both texture and design in an experimental way. The end result will be functional tiles, but learning through exploring of process and materials is the focus of the texture tile lesson.